All right, what's going on, everyone? Aaron here, Clean Cuts Lawn Care. It is Friday morning. We got Robbie on the game.
Yes, sir. Last day of the week.
Last day of the week. We do have one landscaping job tomorrow, and then we have to fill in the edges around a driveway and throw some seed down for a customer. Probably, I don't know, under an hour it'll take. Because we rerouted some of our stops, like we took 2 from Tuesday, put on Monday, 2 from Friday, put on Tuesday, 2 more from Friday, put on Thursday. Friday's kind of a, not many stops on it, but we are now gonna open up our schedule, 3 to 4 more houses. Kind of sucks that we're doing it now because obviously, probably had 1,000 calls, right? But it's fine. We'll get them. During the early spring, the routes took longer. You're bagging everything. Sometimes you're double cutting, so the routes took longer. Now we're, flying through them. So looking to take a few more on. Also, we got to throw a shout out to our neighbor Bob. He's a neighbor of ours. We talk to him all the time. He's a good dude, a funny guy. Anytime he's outside, we speak to him. I don't know how it came about, if we told him about YouTube or if he just seen us on YouTube and said, hey, I seen you guys in a video. He watches all the videos. He subscribed to the channel, so big shout out to him. We're actually working on a video. It's gonna be me, Vicky, a couple of our daughters. Robbie's gonna be in it. I actually think there's a spot I'm gonna ask Bob to be in that video. It's gonna be a pretty funny video. Me and Robbie and Vicky's been talking about it.
Get a little Johnny in there too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a good video. We just have to have a day where everyone's off at the same time and be able to film it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna ask Bob to be in that video. Got a little funny spot for him. It'll be good. All right, we've had to bag a couple houses. I'm not putting the dump tarp down when we're only bagging a few, so just putting them in bags. This house we bag, but we dump it in the backyard. Dump it in a can, and then we'll take the whole can back. How you doing? Now we're cutting this grass on our lowest setting, which is D, and look how it's still growing. Unreal. We just cut it 7 days ago, a week ago today. Lowest setting that lowest one that we mow, which is on D with the 30. There's a turkey walking right there behind the gas station. Just kind of doing his thing. Yeah. Looks like he's about to commit suicide. Sure is, too. Heading right to that truck. Alright, so I just had a call for an estimate for mowing. The woman called. She actually called twice. She wasn't saying anything the first time she called. And she called back. I answered the phone. She told me she was looking for a mowing company. I asked her for yards been mowed. She said it's been mowed twice this year. A friend's son was doing it, but he keeps getting called away on business. It's only been mowed twice. It's very tall right now. So I took her address. I said, okay, I can give you an estimate today. And she said, well, let me warn you ahead of time. I'm an elderly, a senior citizen, and I don't have much money. I said, okay, well, we have a minimum of $35 per service. Not that that's going to be your price. It could be more. I have to see your property. And she said, oh, no, we're not even having the same conversation here, honey. That's what she said. She said, the last company I had did it for $15 and I need the same price. No companies I know. She could have been on a program. I have no clue. But no one I know is going to be doing it for that price. You know, but you get calls like that all the time in this business. You know, they always want to tell you how they're a senior citizen without money. I get it that they are senior citizens, that some of them don't have money. But though, to me, those are the ones that need to find little Timmy down the road. You know, little Timmy probably will do it for the $15. It's nothing that's gonna look great, but it'll be done. In fact, I was telling Robbie that that's what I was charging when I was 13 years old. Walking around the neighborhood, pushing my mower, carrying my trimmer, having the hand blower right here behind the engine. That's what I charged. And that was 24, 25 years ago. So that won't be happening. This is a pretty flower. I don't know what it is, but it's really nice. He's getting it on the turns now. Get my headphone on. Music going. Ready to go. We got this one and one more. Then we'll be done mowing for the day. And gotta go pick up some supplies for tomorrow's job. And then I'll pick up the rest of it in the morning. I'm gonna have to take it down. I'm gonna have to sand it down and paint it a couple different coats, let it sit for a couple more days, ceramic coat it again. One more to go.
One more.
Then the week's over. We have landscaping tomorrow. How was the week? Give us the breakdown.
Smooth. Everything went good.
Nice and smooth.
Yep. No mower problems. None of that. Besides unloading the 52, loading it back up.
I'll hit it out.
It's the only struggle. Everything else, easy. Getting easier each day.
He can't get the 52 loaded even unloading is a little bit of a struggle. But I told him the first time I loaded it, I had never used the mower with the pistol grips. The only 52 I had used was a 0 turn, and I sent it over the front frame, basically. The guy told me, yeah, if you're not used to the pistol grips, you know, be careful. I'm like, dude, I got it, you know, calm down, bro. Right over the frame. So imagine how embarrassing that was. And that was after his father-in-law came out when he was selling it and said, what the hell are you doing with my mower?
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully that don't happen to me ever.
But we got, let me see, Wednesday we did 15.
Was it 15?
Yeah. Yesterday we did 14 or 15.
Yeah, with the extra one.
Yeah, today's little small route, only 9 on today's route. Let me see, Tuesday I did, I don't know, 10. Monday I did 13. So pretty solid week.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, we have a landscaping job tomorrow, so one more and we're out of here. There you go, yeah. Let's go in the nursery here. Got all these flowers. This is cypress mulch, uncolored. We need roughly a yard. All right, we got our cypress loaded up. Like I said, we were gonna put pine bark, but they didn't have it here, but they did have the cypress. A little different, obviously, with the texture. This is more of a mulch, but it's not colored. It's not gonna, they're worried about the dogs. It's sticking to their paws and dragging it in the house. Well, this isn't colored. It actually retains water, so it stays in place, and this really helps with weeds. Even though we're putting weed barrier fabric down, this will actually help to prevent weeds from growing, even if they get through the fabric. So that's why we went with this. I could have went right next door and picked up the pine, but this is good. All right, we need some weed barrier fabric and pins. I have about 450 square feet at the shop, so we'll get another 300. All right, so got another 300 square feet of weed barrier fabric, 500 pins. I always buy boxes of 500. For 30 bucks you get 500. It's a way better deal. 4-inch pins, same thing I always get, staples, whatever you want to call them, because you know, then they'll last you for a while and you don't gotta go pick them up every time you have a job. Now I have more weed barrier fabric than I need for tomorrow, but I don't think I had quite enough for the job tomorrow, so picked up another 300 square feet, and now we'll have some more. So next time we have, you know, another job, we'll have that. So all right, if you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, let me know everything I'm doing wrong, and keep the edges clean, boys. I'm out.